Now, Kenyan police continue to unearth corpses in shallow graves in the coastal town of Malindi, thought to be followers of a Christian cult. The death toll, which has repeatedly risen as exhumations have been carried out, could rise further. But what really happened? How did the purported pastor, Paul Mackenzie, convince such a huge number of people to believe that they would see God if they starved themselves? And how did the pastor escape the authorities' dragnet? These are some of the questions that many Kenyans are pondering over ever since the horror story broke in early April. Here now is a report.
It's been called one of the worst crimes in modern-day Kenyan history. The spine-chilling case unfolded in the first week of April when 4 Kenyan Christian faithful died while being rescued from a house. They were found in an emaciated state due to a fasting session started by a local pastor. 15 others were rescued alive and taken to hospital.
The information received is that the people there were being starved after being radicalized by a certain member of a church who told them that their work in this world is done and that they are waiting for, they should die and go and see their creator. So far, the information at hand is that there are more people who are believed to be in the bush.
Within days, police investigations revealed the suspect, Pastor Paul Mackenzie.
Terrorists use religion to advance their heinous acts. People like Mr. Mackenzie are using religion to do exactly the same thing.
Mackenzie was arrested last month for allegedly encouraging parents of 2 boys to starve and suffocate their children to death. He was later released. During a court appearance in that case, Mackenzie said he was unaware of the events that led to the deaths of the 2 boys. Mackenzie claimed he was the target of hostile propaganda from some of his former colleagues.
2017 is when police got interested in this person. But I'll let you know, there are many other people we are following up, we are interested in, whom we believe are involved in similar issues.
Police reported his rearrest on the 15th of April after discovering bodies of 4 of his followers whom he had allegedly told to starve their bodies to death in order to meet Jesus. Since his arrest, Kenyan police made other gruesome discoveries.
Katika zile miji yenye maboma yenye tumetembea kama Bethlehemu, Judea.
We have visited some homes in some villages such as Bethlehem and Judea, and in the villages you find some parents lose all their children or they themselves die. Personally, I have visited about 18 children grave sites.
Personally, nimeweza kuyatembea jana.
So far tumeconfirm kuna shallow graves.
We have so far confirmed that there are about 15 or more shallow graves. Today, we will just identify where the shallow graves are located as we wait for directions from the government pathologist, who will authorize the exhumation of the bodies for post-mortem, and therefore we can gather enough evidence to prosecute the pastor.
Na baada ya post-mortem ndio tupate ushahidi ili kuweza kumshtaki pastor yule.
Kenyan police again began exhuming remains from more than a dozen suspected graves in the east of the country. Police suspect the graves belong to followers of a Christian cult who believe they would go to heaven if they starved themselves to death. To no one's surprise, over 20 bodies were discovered in shallow graves in the bushes. Some have escaped the designs of Reverend Mackenzie, and they are narrating their ordeal. Politicians in the Kenyan county are asking the courts to hand Mackenzie maximum sentence.
We will look at the charge that will really punish the individual who was involved in this. The penal code might not be sufficient, but we will look at and see, depending on what kind of evidence we get, to be able to allow us to prefer charges that are commensurate to the crime that has just occurred here, which is horrible.
Cults are common in Kenya. There have been previous cases of people being lured into dangerous, unregulated churches, and the practice continues to grip the East African nation. Bureau Report, WION World is One.